Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Jackie and our great leaders today in our system Makers of May 2020. Today's topic is new consultant systems, probably one of the absolute most important systems a leader has within her organization. Because we see in the industry that new consultants who get off to a great start, as they start is as they go and how much they grow. So what you do in their first day of onboarding, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum is where success lands. You have that impact. You are the reason that you want to reach them. It doesn't matter why they join. It's not judging them that they said, oh, I just joined because I love the products and I want them. Really, new consultant orientation starts at the beginning before they join. If you don't have clear expectations, which is what we're talking about in systems, if you don't have goals for every new consultant and expectations, they will land wherever and it's a crapshoot again. So why am I saying that? As you have a structure and a system in place, and you have others who are adding people to their team, they can repeat your structure. If they don't, Lord only knows what they told a prospective consultant they have to do or they can do. So being in control or predicting an outcome starts with you in a system. And this one changes your world. So what does that mean? So my expectations, I'll just give a for instance, of a new consultant, no matter why you join, is I can promise you, you're going to get off to a great start. Even if you love the products and you want to learn how to maximize your benefits and shop from your own store, we give you a free website. We give you a free social media kit because even if you don't want more, others do. So we want to make sure you're at least sharing the products and opportunity with others. And if you don't want the business, trust me, I'll take it. But it's so that we keep others looking as beautiful, one face at a time, as we do with our beautiful products, and giving people the opportunity to join the best income program that's out there in direct sales. And the smartest is always beauty and toiletries. So what we do as you get started in Jafra, as you're taking a look at it, is we make sure that you one time only attend our 4-week, 1 hour a week new consultant training program. The only purpose of that for you, no matter why you're joining today, or you don't know your future. You don't know when one day you have no job. One day something financially happens. So we set you up at least in your first 30 days to know what's available in your back pocket should you want it or you meet someone who needs us. And you always share your products no matter what, because you never want to look better than your family and friends. The goal is we beautify everyone, and we know we've got the products that do it. So again, here's the structure of how we help you at least earn everything free your first 4 months. Jafra's going to give you over $400 of free products and giftables during your first 4 months by basically shopping and replacing all the products in your home with Jafra products, giftable shopping at your deep discount, as well as perhaps just sharing with your favorite family and friends your Jafra free website, because most people that we see joining the company doesn't turn away when $50 profit appears in their website because their family said, I want this too, you look great. So we're just going to set you up so that even if you are joining to just try it, you don't know what it's going to be. You've never had this business before until you're in it. So we're going to help you win it since you're in it. So how are we going to do that? We have monthly training. Like I said, you only go one time. It's 1 hour a week, but there you will learn how to place orders. How does this business work if I did want to make money? What are the ways I do that? And how do I fit it in to my busy life? How do I fit it in? I don't want to sell, Jackie, but I love the product. I wouldn't mind sharing it. Good. We're a no-sell
We
business.
lost your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we lost it just for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yesterday was living HE double toothpicks. Everything went wrong. Look at even Houdith. I don't know what happened on Wi-Fi. OMG. So thank you for telling me. Okay. So again, we just want to say that we are here to take you through this training because, again, we're going to show you all the tools at your fingertips. You can run this business mobily from a phone. You could just add extra, like a little gig for your family. You choose what you want with the business. But when you attend all 4 weeks, you're going to learn the key basics of how you build clients and build team consultants who build clients, helping others use the best products at the best prices, and helping others have a business to share just like you. That's the direct sales model. So I will line you up to go to that training. We'll even have your graduation. So training is provided with us every Monday night. We also then provide for free continuous training from the company. You're going to see when I show you your back office, a free virtual website, you're going to see where all of the training is, all at one Jafra Biz location, where you're going to find with a quick click to learn what there is to learn, know, and apply. You're going to love that. Remember, you choose when to do it, and the Jafra Hub is open 24/7, just like your website. So we're going to show you the training. We're going to show you how to work with a really simple Jafra Biz site that really manages your business with you and for you and gives you all the tools for your free website, social media. And then the third thing we're going to do is every week during your first month, we have our team connection time every Tuesday after the Monday night training. So we join quickly on Zoom because you're always going to have questions your first 4 weeks. How do I use the products? What are these products? Show me more about how to place an order. Tell me more how to make that money. So it's important to go to training, but we want to capture those questions the next day. Every Tuesday at noon on Zoom, I meet with our team of new consultants so that we can answer Q&As together. And then we'll help you make your plans for the week. So we've got a coaching place, we've got your back office business, we've got your training. And the best part is I'm going to kick you off into business once you join within your first 7 days. We're going to help you with having a fun Zoom party or Facebook event or combine of both. So our goal is that you can invest in your kit, maybe even a consultant pack, and I want to introduce the products to your favorite 30 family or friends. Let them decide if they want to join Jafra, be a hostess, or be a client. So I will help you do that together. That's what I call a welcome party. I love to welcome every new consultant. So we'll set that up the minute you say yes. So great. Again, of course, I'm always here for you. I work with my new consultants, as I said, on Tuesdays. So we're always here to support you with coaching, great communication. I have a WhatsApp group, a Facebook VIP group. Jafra has a Facebook group, and we even have a regional group with thousands of consultants helping each other, cheering each other on. So we're going to get you connected with communication, coaching, training, and then really align your time to your why. What if you could succeed at this business? You decide what it could do and how we fit it in to achieve your goals. That is before you sponsor. The best part of Jafra is this. Should you try it? Give it a try. Say, give it 4 months. Let's earn hundreds of dollars of free products and prizes. Earn a little bit along the way or a lot of bit. You decide that. But if you give it a 90-day try, a 4-month try, and you go, Jackie, I hate it. I've never heard it yet, but it could happen after 39 years. Then enjoy shopping for yourself the rest of your life. Honestly, this sounds like it's not true, but there's no quota and there's no minimum. Our minimum is 1 order a year. I think our lowest price item is $6, lacquer remover. You have to buy at least one of those a year to keep your account open to enjoy 30, 40, 50%. That's the pressure. And I'm sorry, I don't know why you're shopping Target, Walmart, when your quality and prices are 1,000,000% better quality and lower prices here. So be a smart shopper. And the best part, every time you place qualifying orders, you can get our best Defy Revitalized fragrances at Hostess low, low prices. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So watch my party today. Watch what we are talking about today. I just know the biggest fear of people starting a business is, OMG, I want to, but I'm scared to death. I don't know how to run a business or how to get started. And what if I fail? So that's more important on how to get started, how to succeed, and the support you have than all the $19 kit, this amazing pack with huge money. It's the how do I get started? When you overcome the objective and then say, no, you're never going to believe how you get started. Look at this. This is crazy. I'm not kidding. Yes, you have to start with a kit. That's a law. So you have to have a kit in the Direct Selling Association. We give you 2 packs the first month only when you join. That's it. Only. Don't leave it on the table. I will always follow up with you and never let you leave anything on the table. You'll see I do that as your leader every month with every promotion to every consultant. I'm about earning it all, making it all happen, because it brings people hope, change, and opportunity. So I'm going to show you those packs. If you say I can't invest in them, we're going to find a way, because there's always a way to maximize your time and income. That's my role as your leader. So I'm going to pause. That's before we show the business. That's before, because then when they join, you're just reiterating and showing them the system. And sometimes this is the gap of consultants sponsoring new leaders. They don't understand the structure or the system. So somebody pops into being a consultant and they don't know what to say or do. And that's where with a system, it makes sense. So we start with that. Then as consultants appear in your report, for me, I'm going to review a system. And then I'll show you the system, and then we'll come back to chats or feedback. If you have feedback, put it in the chat. If you have questions, put it in the chat. You have even more ideas, put it in the chat. Okay, so go ahead and do that for now so that we just keep the training going strong. So part systematic is you want to have particular days for coaching. Yes. You need particular days for new consultant tracking and communication and recognition. So what does that mean? For me, I'll just do what I do as a regional. I get a report of the new consultants each week. Typically, it comes on a Monday. We've asked Jeffrey to send it on Fridays now, which I love. So when I get that report, all the new consultants of that week get my regional newsletter, which includes a video recorded by me, links to everything. You can see it, I'll show it to you in WhatsApp. But there's a structure. So it happens like this. Many of you probably have a welcome to my team structure. It must be done quickly within 7 days of joining. That's a fact. I prefer a phone call. Do an email, but they need to meet you. Be it a 1-minute video, be it the email, be it a follow-up phone call. Critical for you to connect as a leader to every new consultant, no matter who sponsored them. They are your consultant until that consultant is a manager. And she needs to know that you do that when they're in your team. She can be copied, she can be invited to a 3-way call, so you're modeling, but do not expect a consultant to act like a leader. That's unfair. What you want to then do is when she becomes a manager and you're doing new manager onboarding, you're teaching her the structure. If you have a structure, she will duplicate it. She can take your letter and edit the name to be hers, right? Or you can do a Zoom together and say, welcome to our district. Have more fun. Let her feel like a leader, okay? So you want to have same days, same times as you are coaching, welcoming those new consultants. Having welcome parties creates 90% more success than those who do not have a welcome party. I didn't say it was an option. I said, this is what I will do for you. Expectations manage your results. You will speak it when you have structure and expectations. So I do welcome parties on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Which day of the week is best for you within the next 7 days? I'll pick a Saturday. I didn't say, do you want one? Tell me a day. I can't chase people. There's no time. So again, you could do multi-hostesses. So you could have 5 new consultants do a Zoom launch party together. It's okay. Have fun. Women love meeting other women. Women love shopping with other women. It's why parties work and the party model is still alive. So it doesn't mean you have to do 10 new consultants, 10 new welcome parties. Are you kidding? I rented City Hall every Monday and Thursday night. For $25, I rented a cop. And I had 10 parties every Thursday night in the City Hall rental room. They had balloons, welcome consultants, new consultants were on a board, and others were and welcome hostesses. Nothing's different virtually. You could do a screenshot. Welcome to our new consultant, Shauna, Betty, and Delan. And then you introduce them. They share their 1-minute story, why they joined Jafra. They introduce their guests. And we do a party at one time. Zoom makes life amazing. Okay, so structure for training, which is their party. Structure for coaching, which is every Tuesday, noon on Zoom. Okay, where you're just asking them, what did you learn last night? How will you apply that? What other questions do you have? And you use the worksheets in the workbook. You don't have to know a thing. Just learn to use the workbook and follow up with the questions and let them talk together. Working with a new consultant one by one is lonely, and now you're manager. Ooh, she's a manager. When you're working with people, you're a facilitator, and they help each other. And they go to a meeting and they all know each other. Oh, hi, Gail. Good to see you again. How was your launch party? Okay. The power of team is this. So coaching, communication, and then there's tracking and recognition. So what is that piece to it? That piece might be that if you're doing recognition Thursdays or report Fridays, whatever that is, you go into all the new consultants, you know, because you've got your Excel file or your folder of who is in Welcome to Jafra, and you're tracking them for their 4 months. When you do that, again, each week you're saying, great job. You're already at month 2. Here's your gifts this month. Lori Alley made amazing postcards, and you don't need to use them. You can cut and paste the pictures of all 4 months, plus the pictures of the VIP club, and say, this is on the table this month for you. We will plan on our weekly call. how you will set up your $400 month to earn it. Or your goal is $800 so you can pay for car insurance. A picture of car insurance, a picture of the prizes. I know you're going to get it all. Whatever that is. These new consultants are with you for 4 months. If they don't earn the prizes, how did we miss that? Hold yourself that accountable. Okay? Not all will, but more will when you become this bold. And then in your newsletters, whether you do weekly newsletters of celebration or you do Green by 19 or Early Bird like Marie does, you always honor or celebrate those who achieve the 400 by the 15th, like Marie has shared with us, or Green by 19, whatever that is. So you decide if you want additional recognition, meaning, again, for new consultants, and it could be for your whole branch, when they hit 400 by the 15th, there's a bonus gift. That aligns to Welcome to Jafra and VIP. You can do when you join with a friend in your first month, your first 7 days. There's a buddy bonus. Could be gifts, could be a kit, some do BOGO. I don't know. That's your program. But again, if you look at a consultant, in the 4 weeks, we talk about earning money 2 ways, just like I do in the Joy meeting. You can look at the slides. It says earn money 2 ways, 50%, 11%. So at the end of 4 months, if they did a $400 month and sponsored a $400 consultant, at the end of 4 months, my expectations as a director is everyone earns money two ways by the end of their 4 months. I expect that. Does it happen? Yes, it does. Why am I saying that? Sorry, I'm 20 years out of the business. But this system worked. It's how I promoted a branch every month, every single month. It's when I changed this system. I'm only speaking because I know it works. Some of you have seen it work, but imagine it consistently working. You never think about quarterly bonuses. It happens because you have one focus, 4 months, 4 people, VIP, $400 minimum, but their why will be bigger if they want more income from sales. Some of them want it in 4 weeks. That's called the Fastest Start program. Some of them want it in 4 months. What if you said to them, so do you want to earn the 2 ways to income in 4 weeks or 4 months? What's best for you? How fast do you want it and how fast do you want to grow? If you don't give them that option, they don't even think it's possible. You stretch the rubber band to where it's going to land. So I have spent more time on the expectations. So you see that grid we started with last Friday. In the new consultant category, expectations. Now, how do I train? There's Jafra and there's me. So at every meeting, I'm training how to add at least 1 person a month. I'm training on $400 orders or $400 weeks or weekly sponsoring. I align my training to my expectations. My coaching aligns to it as well. And I need to know what happens every Monday night. Doesn't mean I attend. I hope you don't attend every Monday or Tuesday. And I'm going to be bold about that. Forgive me. But that's 2 hours of work time. You don't need to be there. They do. I get being kind and supporting them, but let them be independent. You have the recordings, you have the slides. Your most important time is in follow-up, right? I get sometimes you need a refresher, but is it really that important for you? You don't need to watch them. Many times when the leader is there with the new consultant, they don't act the same. Have you noticed that? The trainers do. So I'm not saying don't go. I'm just saying be wise. That is 120 minutes. I could do 120 videos in 2 hours. That's $1 million minutes. Make sense? So be thoughtful and mindful to your goals too, and celebrate them for being independent and attending, and let them share on Tuesdays. But you want to know what the slides are and what goes on in that training. We've recorded them and we have the slides for you. So then you know the training and the coaching, and now you add your layer of new consultant recognition and your tracking, whether you're doing postcards, emails, voicemails, follow-up, try it all. You see the 3 buckets of communication, pick your best. You also need your launch parties and your welcome letters, really important in your calendar, alongside your recognition, okay? Then you just plug it into the follow-up. When you look at the left side of the grid, expectations, training, coaching, communication, recognition, follow-up is when, what days, what times. So again, in my old days, Belinda taught me, and it's because we didn't have Monday night this way, but back then I did Monday new consultants from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So when they had questions, they knew that was their time I saved just for them. That was for consultants only. So I didn't have to worry about all the other days. If it was urgent, I would help them, but they were very structured to know my office times and the teams I was supporting each day. If not, they had to book a separate appointment with me. Very similar to the calendar I live off of today. As you can see, it's still run that way. So before I go do the show, and then we share to end, thoughts, ahas, comments, questions on this. This is more important than any piece we do. Thoughts, comments, questions anybody has before I move to the show?
I love it.
What do you love, Susan?
Oh, just the structure. And, you know, we always do stuff, or at least I do, and then I change it, and it's like it doesn't work or whatever, and it's because I haven't allowed enough time. But this is like phenomenal, and it's just so simple. And you know, even though somebody has been in like 2 weeks, it's still a crazy time for them. So it's never too late to introduce yourself, to give them help, give them support, do whatever, Zoom, whatever you want to do. It does not matter. It just means you need to get in front of them. That's all. And they're excited.
It's true. So you said something magical. This is Leadership 101. We all do it. We quick go, that's an idea, that's an idea. The reason you're all over the pages and can't figure out where to get started is because you didn't have a structure. So you said it so magically. When you have a structure, literally, I always had a notebook of ideas, right? Like, ooh, that's a good idea. So in my A to Z, my January through December, there was always ideas. So right in the front. So if I found, and you can't change systems more than every 6 months, you can't. It's not fair to you. If you want to do a bonus week because things aren't moving, go for it. But don't change your coaching, recognition, training structure. I haven't changed our structure for a long time. I've actually just added more based on needs and being responsive. So I love that you said that, because you can't keep changing. You can't keep up to yourself. You don't remember what you offered. So it's like, oh my God, what did I say I was going to do? Right? Believe me, I did it crazy for years. And try imagining if with the region, I was doing the same thing. And finally I said, that's it. I need my calendar. I'm going back to what I know. And when I did it, because I had the US by myself, I went, I know how to do this. Hang on. And I'm still morphing into it, but I don't expect perfect. I just learn and grow based on the needs. But you can't be a quick change artist. Boy, did you say that perfectly. You can't. No. And it's where you go in and out of titles and promotion driven only if you operate that way. And we're here to build a company. So go for it. Thank you. I'm sorry.
I'm just so excited. But the other thing is, you cannot expect that result. I mean, you know, you just can't expect it. You just got to do your job and move forward. And then you'll free up your whole brain. I mean, crazy. You know, you're thinking, exactly. You think, oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, I didn't do this. And so-and-so's doing this, and Shafika's doing that, and Marie's doing this, and Dia's doing that, and I'm not doing it. So it's like, just stop and just go on your own lane. We have talked about this a bazillion times. Just do your own lane and just do what works for you. And people will follow you because you're expecting it. That's all.
And it's kind of, thank you. It's like freedom, right? You will be exhausted if you don't do systems. Even if you don't have a team that's sponsoring it now, a part of it is because you don't expect it to. You don't have a structure in place for it. So you're paralyzed because you don't even know how to, so you don't do it. Well, that's never going to help you grow if you want change. If you want to stay where you're at, have fun. You're only going to go down. You can't go up without change. So Dia said a comment a couple weeks ago. Okay, I got sponsoring going, but what would I do if there was 10? I can't even breathe. Now you see, it's with the structure, you do it in a group. Could you imagine if I coached each of you each day? I'm averaging 30 to 50 leaders a day. I could never do it. I can't train you that way. I can't coach you that way. It's too big, it's too large. But I'm not the one making the impact. You're doing it with each other. It frees me to be a facilitator. I can bring the education. I know what I'm doing, but I need you all to help each other. I need you to be the motivation on WhatsApp. Could you imagine if we didn't have leaders coming together? There'd be no team spirit. There would be no results. And I'd never be here. I would have quit 20 years ago. I would have said out of here, but I knew how to do it as a director, that this made it easy to run a United States. And that's because of being a director with systems that I learned, like I said, from Belinda Ellsworth $1 Million System. And I took it and made it Jafra. Okay. I'm going to take one more comment and then I want to keep going. Go ahead, Pat.
Okay, so Jackie, I have a comment. Just about everything you said, we've heard and we've heard and we heard over and over again. So it's almost like nothing is new, but it is new. And just to have you smack me in my face this morning about about leadership, and it's your team, and you should be contacting every single consultant that comes in. And I'm guilty, I don't know if anyone else is guilty, but I'm guilty when consultants say, you know, oh, I sponsored somebody and I did blah, 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 blah. And they're on a lot of the networking and they're learning to be leaders. And then they go, no, no, I'll talk to her, I'll do this, and I'll sit back. So, okay. So thanks for slapping me in my face and making us totally aware of our responsibilities still as a leader. And until they become leaders, we have to make sure that we do this with every single person. And it doesn't matter how they're coming in to the business. We do just give them the full 911 and the 411. So thank you.
You're welcome. No, it's true. I see leaders do this all the time. And I just have very strict belief in that. They don't know and they've not seen a model. And really a new manager, which we'll focus on next week, truly needs you her first 3 months to learn systems, to be able to duplicate you. It's like, oh, they got to manager. They have 4 consultants. That's like sponsoring, not management. So we used to have 10 or 12, right? So it took you 90 days to learn how to manage that many people before you became a manager. So I love that you said it. And I know I speak boldly and I'm kind of, I have very high expectations. You can imagine being in my district. I was very clear, but I had a support system to teach everybody how to, because that's how you develop people to go up in title. I can't go up if they're not growing up with me. So we do it together. It's never, oh, Jackie's really good. No, we all were good. It's how I promoted a new consultant to a director in a year. It was because I had duplicatable systems, right? So again, it's just that. And I just taught her how to duplicate it. And then she taught me new ways to do it. I'm like, rock star. So she was psycho on reports. I hated reports and she taught me to love them. So I wanted a boardroom full of them to teach me the things. I hate decorating a meeting room. I don't like all that stuff. I didn't like making newsletters. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to run a company. Pat, you're good at decorating, and she is, and you're creative with skits. You're going to do that, you and Shafika. So Linda, you're good at numbers. You're going to do that. And you're going to, put together a newsletter. So you start to have people and you find their skill because you're constantly together like this. And in the old days, it was this or in my basement training center. In the new world, you have this beautiful privilege every day, right? So again, how cool is that? So I'm going to go to the show part. All right. So thank you for your feedback. Let me take you to the share screen. All right. So purpose of this today is to show you, and remember, you're going to be sharing what tools you have in place, okay? So what I ask of you in the next 2 days, if you have a welcome letter, if you have any tools for your new consultant, recognition, this only gets better by you sharing. So in the next 2 days to end this topic, please text me, email me. I don't care if it's in WhatsApp, put it there, wherever. I want to grab as much of the new consultant tools you have in place so we can all get a fresh start, okay? So please share, that's really important. So I am in units called 4 Weeks to Launch, the name of the training that we have on Monday nights. Within there, you will see all 4 weeks of the workbooks or the, slides and the recording. The only one that has 2 recordings is Jackie and Hannah because we caught them doing live. Social media is on fire and we wanted them to do a live recording plus their short version. So the purpose of the slides is for you as a manager to have a notebook with 4 weeks to leadership, 4 weeks to launch. Print your slides and put them in week 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your coaching tools, okay? Or put it in your A to Z new consultant coaching file so that you've got what we show them. You should never have to make a thing up. This has been 2 years of hard labor, going through everything in the 20 years I had been in the field, 19 years I had been in the region. I went through every document that you've had, I've had, we've had, and put this down to as simple basic as I could. Is it perfect? Are you crazy? But I feel it's a use of all the things we need today. So you've got the slides, you have the recording. So again, you don't have to take a Monday night and attend. Watch the short version. It's not about what the meeting is because the meeting changes every week based on the needs of the audience, the new consultants. But it's the content that's there. So you have a general idea of what you're coaching to the 4 weeks that they're new. Now they might keep coaching, it's okay, but this is for the new consultant 4 weeks coaching follow-up. So again, everything is there from all 4 weeks. Your trainers are amazing. This is also for those consultants who can't attend a Monday night ever. We are excuse proof. Beautiful. We've got the links. Let me show you where units are. Please don't give them things. Teach them to fish, not give them a fish. Go in and show them in Facebook where the units are, where this is, and show them where to click the link and to download, okay? So everything that you need for the 4 weeks is there. We even uploaded the new consultant guide. As you work with them those 4 weeks, the consultant guide is your second component. So you're going to review what they learned at training, highlight what the slides were of the week, but then we go through the workbook. So you take the new consultant guide that's in their kit. Every kit gets that guide. It's online and you have one master that was mailed to you. If not, print this. This is what I did the Joy meeting from, by the way, before Jaffa gave me the May Joy slides that you all have. So again, it's fantastic. Break it down. What do I want to do each week? Okay. Then what do we have? In there as well, bear with me. This is just all the trainers and who they are, okay? Then we have my welcome video. The welcome video will be updated. I'm just kind of waiting and watching if I have anything else I want to add to it now that we're kind of completing all the material from Jafra. That's the video for you to see what comes in the regional welcome letter. I have adapted this only because when I used it before, we didn't have the VIP, blah, blah, blah. I was waiting to update, and thank God I didn't, but I will, and I have been, and you'll have the new master, okay? So all of that is there. This is the workbook that goes in the email. And the workbook is what the trainers use each week. None of it's different, ladies. It's how to use WhatsApp, how to use Zoom. It has their memory jogger list. It has the Frank list, the 100 list, or the Jafra list, excuse me. It has the weekly report that you use for coaching. It has the IPA, so they know if they're there to make more money each day, each week, you help them plan their calendar with IPAs. It's the same darn tools. The 63 trackers, everything's there. And there's your graduation certificate. If you don't graduate them, you can send them a hat in the mail, a certificate in the mail. Do this on your monthly meeting when you do your Jafra monthly team meeting and have graduation, and make sure you put it. If you look at my newsletter that we talked about last week, we even have a graduation section, okay? That is your unit, okay? Oh, sorry, forgive me. Let me go back. Forgive me. Okay. So when we go into the workbook, the only thing I wanted to end with, and then we'll just go to shares. Okay, bear with me. Sorry. I'll re-download it. It's okay. Bear with me here and get to my workbook. As we go to the workbook, the reason I'm showing you the workbook really quick is within the workbook, we review with them, again, what are the weeks, and we give them action steps. So it's like when someone sponsors, within that week, she must do her orientation. I prefer to have not just launch party dates, but orientation 1 or 2 days a week. You have to onboard them right away. So the minute they join, it's a welcome letter, and here's my 2 days of new consultant orientation or onboarding. Every job, volunteer position has onboarding. So here is what we say to them. This is the letter they get from me each week. So if you're not doing it, they're like, oh, my manager doesn't do this. Or maybe she doesn't think I could. So they're getting this. So be sure to book your launch party within 10 days. Perfect, right there. Make your invite list and set up your event online and invite at least 30 people. Boom, now you're going to show them the hub on orientation. Set up your website, Facebook page, sign up for Jafra text, emails, download all the Facebook groups and connections to WhatsApp. Boom, it's in mine, in the email with the link, and it's also, again, what you do at orientation. You set up a weekly 15 to 20-minute connection for your first 4 weeks. Look at this. The system is telling you what you're gapping. Then use this workbook to guide you to your goals and plans. And then we show them where there's more training. Everything I said in my first dialogue is right here. Our best suggestion, the 2 packs right now. We talk about that, and we show them to maximize 50 and 11%. Join with 4 people, and we talk about VIP, sponsoring gifts, welcome to Jafra gifts, earn it all. Talk about our brand. I won't go through all of it, but I'm going to quick scroll. We have the packs in there, the VIP club, welcome to Jafra, the shopping list, love that Evelyn made, the 100 list. We talk about the 3 services, book, begin, and buy. We talk about the memory jogger, again, there it is. This is how you coach right here. This sheet does it. And we talk about the haves and have-nots. how to have $400 weeks or months. They choose their option, all the communication, using Zoom, using WhatsApp, and we love this article, how to grow a team. Then we talk about, look at this, it's already here from Dana and Neil, the new consultant orientation list for you to do this with her. This is yours, not our trainer's role. So that workbook, okay? So print, block your days for orientation, welcome parties, coaching, and then tracking and recognizing, and look at your newsletters. That's the whole system. You make it better and different. And some of that's outdated. We haven't changed it because we know the virtual world has changed, and so has our tools. So we'll be updating that. We did the recording and the slides. I will finish the welcome letter and the workbook based on some of the feedback we're getting from all of you. So questions first on anything you're seeing. I just want questions first.
Is that workbook available now as is? And is
Yeah,
there a welcome letter?
Everything's been in units. It's always there.
And is there a welcome letter in there?
Yeah, I showed you that. So everything I do is already sitting there for you to see. The video, the welcome letter, the workbook. We've had it in units the whole time.
And are all 4 of the launch sessions recorded?
The slides and the mini recordings are there. We don't record live because we want consultants to be comfortable. The only thing we recorded was social media on steroids with Jackie and Hannah last month.
Got it. All right, thanks.
Any other questions?
Jackie,
Go ahead,
I just
Susan.
put a note in the chat with all the old training and then now the new training that's there. It's rather cumbersome. And is there a way
The
to
old
indicate?
is gone. The old is gone. What do you mean?
Really? Last night it was still there. So I thought. So anyway, and then some of the group names for week 1, week 2, at least last night, was still incorrect. So I didn't want to be picky, but I think it's hard for people to figure out who the trainers are if the names are wrong.
The only thing that's different is the workbook.
Okay.
So otherwise, what I just showed you is already caught up.
Yep. Okay.
That's all that's in units. I was there live. So.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, maybe it's my computer.
Okay, any other questions? The key is it says week 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the recordings are there, the units are, or the slides are there, everything's there. Okay, and we've corrected anything we needed to. So again, use it as your foundation. How many of you had aha moments? Cool. How many of you know this is a gap of opportunity? Cool. Okay.
Yes.
Most of it's done. You just got to plug it into your calendar, right? So again, please make sure you share as we go for the next couple of days. All right. So my goal today was to try to keep our recording to about an hour and to just really talk about that grid and showing you why we've done what we've done in the region. And that's just the regional support, right? But now what is you? You always have company, you have region, and then there's you, because you're the main, right? So again, really looking at, wow, what do I do? If I start to have a structure each week, you'll sponsor each week. If you don't have a structure, you won't. You get what you expect. If you build it, they will come. And that's the truth to this business. So before I go away, anyone have any shares, comments? We've got 5 minutes left of the hour. Any shares, comments, or questions? Or ideas you want to share? Go for it. Go ahead, Betty.
So I just put in the chat that I had no system when I sponsored my team, new manager, kind of remote over here. So I had no system and I didn't train, support my new consultants very well. Didn't know how to train them. So I feel kind of bad that I didn't give them a good start. But because of all of you and all the training I sit in on, I feel like when we start sponsoring again that I know what to do now. So I thank you for all of that. And I feel like we'll move forward here. But I feel bad I didn't give them a great start. But I keep pushing them and try to get them on the training, and it's like pushing a rope, but you know, I keep trying.
So I love your comment. How many of you feel the way Betty is? Okay.
Mhm.
Some of you have full systems. Some of you have partial systems. You might have found a few gaps today. Some of you have no system. Here's the truth. Betty, don't feel bad. I didn't meet Belinda's $1 million system until I was a leader for 10 years.
Okay.
So I already had some leaders. I already had hundreds of consultants, and I didn't have that system. But when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right.
And that's how we quickly went from sponsoring a couple of months to 10, 20, because the system was built. And it was like, oh my gosh. And it was so duplicatable.
Right.
And everybody just plugged in, right? So, and I knew what days to do what. So my focus hours were very clear. So it's so normal. Don't feel bad. Leadership is always learning and growing, all right? You've done a great job. You just keep getting better, as do we all. This is a Renew You System Makers May. Thank you for being honest. We've been there. We're all probably there in different pieces, myself included. That's okay. It's why we get to all be brand new together right now. Fill the gaps, learn what's available so you don't duplicate your efforts, and realize, wow, I get to serve them better.
Yeah.
The new, so bring new on, they'll plug in because you're starting newly differently. The past consultants may plug in, may not. Just keep doing more recognition, more inviting, and eventually it might be their time. It's their time, not yours. That's okay. You're just providing training, coaching, communication, and recognition for those when they want it and when they're ready. You weren't ready for how many years, Betty? Just
Yeah. Good point.
okay? Don't ever
Yeah.
worry about that. It's about you and your time. What were you in, 30 years?
Oh, 34 years. Yeah.
So nobody gave up on you. It was
Right.
suddenly your time. So
Right.
from my heart, please don't put that pressure on yourself.
That's
You're
right.
just leading them to potential opportunities. If they want it, it's there for them.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Thank
love
you.
that you said that. You're
I
welcome.
love you.
I love you
Thank
too.
you.
Of course. All right. Anybody else? One more thought, comment, question before we go. Anybody urgent, raise your hand or jump in and speak.
Can I say?
Go for it,
Okay.
Debbie.
I just want to say to Betty, I have a consultant that has been in for she's been in for 40 years. She just got 40th anniversary pin. And she has plugged into that, reminding her about it. And forgive me if I eavesdrop and just, because I kind of need that too. It's so much is new. I stay out of the background. And honestly, by 9 o'clock, I'm pretty much brain dead to do anything worthwhile. I may not even put myself on camera because I'm, exhausted. But it's valuable to me to be able to hear the trainers and their verbiage, the new verbiage, and the excitement. Everybody got excited. So I won't go to all of them, but if you really don't want me there, I won't show up. But I
No,
found it
like
really
I
helpful.
said, I'm
We
not
had a
here
lot of fun.
judging that. I am a person that if I have big goals, I got to manage my minutes and my hours properly. And even if I have small goals, my time of how I use my life is very valuable. So all I always say to all of you is that the best use of 1 or 2 hours a week. And how much do you need the basics, or do you need that time to use your basics and apply to get the results? So it's always about self-management. Remember, the first column is you. Does that training help you, or is there other training that's more helpful, right? So it's not that we can or can't, or I say do not. Believe me, as trainers, we originally had decided to say no leaders. We did. We decided because we saw the consultants not acting the same. But we're happy to say we allowed everybody to join during the last 2 months due to the change. And, you know, we are happy to say we are comfortable saying to the leaders, this is here for our consultants to participate. And we love the leaders staying even off camera and quiet because we want the consultants to have a place to ask questions, to, you know, work with that training to the topic. So again, I'm not here to tell you, I just always, as your coach or a coach, say, how many hours a week do you really want to work? And what needs to be working better? And what could you stop and either delegate or not do because it's not gaining more results to your goals or dreams? That's just coaching 101 in my brain and mastering how you use your time. So to get the results and the balance you want in your life. So again, I'm glad you brought it up. Am I black and white? No, it's just how I would talk to any leader in how they best use their time. Okay, so our hour is up. I thank you for today. Again, please share, please post anything you have so we can start next time with those postings and shares. And again, if you get stuck on any media this week, your cameras or anything like that, don't hesitate. We'll ask, we'll answer, we'll help you. And again, don't expect all at one time. We're trying to work one system topic and one training topic at a time. So I'm going to end my training. Bear with me because I promised an hour. So let me just pause and stop the recording. And thank you again for being a part of the New Consultant System Makers, May 2020.